Good evening, afternoon, morning, other time. My zero viewers, it is I, Foreskin. Didn't really have any idea what I was gonna do for this, but I figured, I'm not doing anything, so I might as well record a video, even if it is kind of shit. So I was sitting here for a minute before I started recording, and I decided, why don't I talk about Beyblade? You know, like, everything that I know about it, and I don't know, I guess that's it. So, like, probably the first thing I'll talk about Beyblade Metal Fight first, because Metal Fight is my all-time favorite. That's what really got me into Beyblade, when I found a couple Beyblades. What was it? Dark Unicorno? That was Dark Unicorno, Flame Libra, and Earth Virgo with a brown WD performance tip. Those were my first Beyblades, and I still have Virgo and Libra. Unfortunately, my Dark Unicorn was lost to time, but whatever. So, anyways, I guess I'll talk about the story of Beyblade Metal Fight. So, everyone who's roughly, what age, I don't know, 18 and older, I guess. Somewhere around there. Everybody knows the story of Beyblade Metal Fight. Starts off with Kenta, everybody's favorite flame-wielding blader, who's also like 4'2" now. And he's in a little local tournament, which is a neat little thing, because, I don't know, I just think that's... And, obviously, if I remember correctly, he wins his first battle, then loses the next battle that he's shown in, and on his way home, after hanging out with his friends and whatnot, he is then caught, Okay, I'm just gonna restart. Beyblade Metal Fight. Everyone knows the story of how Kenta, whatever the fuck his last name was, Kenta, 4'2", is what we're calling him. How he was in a little local tournament. Blading against who knows who, trying to, win. And after he lost his after he lost his top 8 battle, which was the semifinals, I think, yeah. Anyways, then, after he talks with his friends for a bit on the way out of the tournament area, where the arena and whatnot is, they realize that it's getting late and stuff, so they gotta go home. Okay? And on Kenta's way home, he starts imagining what he thinks it'd be like if he were to win a big tournament, become the best of the best and whatnot, which is a nice little bit. But anyways, while he's in his fantasy land, he runs into Benkei, which is quite unfortunate for him because he was looking. And what Kenta didn't know is that two of the face hunters, the two that were actually with Benkei, they were watching Kenta. You know, like, they were watching him battle, and they saw that he had quite a few points. And if I remember correctly, it was like 2,580. I don't know, it was somewhere around there. I think he had around 2,500. But whatever. Anyways, he then is forced into a battle where if he loses, he will lose all of his Beyblade points, which I guess that's important. And they're horrible. But anyways, close. I almost said it, almost didn't make it. Yeah. Anyways, then Kenta gets knocked the fuck out. Like, not actually knocked out, like he's on the brink of losing. When our hero of the story, Jinga Hagane, then shows up at the last moment, and with his base Storm Pegasus's overwhelming speed, he then saves Kenta's Beyblade from being knocked out. Then, because Kenta is a buffoon with way too much pride for his skill level, he tells Jinga to back off, because it's not his fight. I mean, I get it, you got the sentiment behind it, but you're about to get your ass handed to you, so you might just want to keep your mouth shut. That's just me, though. Anyways, what then happens is, Jinga's like, Lamau, no, you suck, so I'm gonna beat these guys for you. And then the face hunters then get, is like, what, a +2 of face hunters, to which they then challenge Jinga to a 5v1 battle. And Jinga's like, okay. Because, you know, he's the main character, so he can't lose. What else? What was I gonna say? Oh wait, it's this guy. Huh. Anyways, he then obviously accepts and promptly ruins the face hunter's day. Like, absolutely diarrheas on them. They did not know what was coming. Which is already stupid, because, and you know what, I'll get to this later. Obviously, they run away because they're cringe. And Kenta tries to repay Jinga, which obviously doesn't have anything, because he's like 4. And Jinga then goes to his home, which is on the side of the road. You know, like an average California citizen. But yeah, anyways, after that, the episode ends with the face hunters that got cringed, and and then the episode ends with the face hunters that got their Reddit moderation perms taken away. It ends with them telling Kiyoya about how they fucking sucked. And then Kyo's like, finally a worthy opponent. And goes to find, and then gets all of his 100-some face hunters to do a 100 blader test. Or 100 Bay battle, yeah, that's what it's called. And then, because Pegasus is way better of a Beyblade than the stock Beyblades that they probably got at whatever the Beyblade equivalent of Walmart is. And, you know, they obviously lose. And, Kiyoya then says to Jinga, talks about how he challenges him, and but he doesn't say where, and then Kenja's like, finally a powerful opponent. Then also what happens, the episode, or you know what, no, then Kenta and Jinga meet Madoka, who then tells Jinga to apologize to his Beyblade because, you know, shit was dusty, boogers and shit in it. But anyways, his Bey was dusty, grusty, and musty. So what happens is, here, 1 second, I'm checking Discord, okay. So then Madoka tells Jinga and Kenta to come by her little Bey shop. So she can repair and fix up Pegasus. Of course, Jinga decides, yeah, it's this, if my Beyblade is in repairs, then obviously I should sleep in this random person who I just met's home. And, you know, because they don't live in New York City, Jinga didn't get shot while he was sleeping. Anyways. Jeez, I wonder how many times I've said anyways in this video. 13 minutes, okay. It's not that long. Anyways, Jinga falls asleep and Madoka stays up late into the night working on Pegasus. But then also falls asleep, so the repairs aren't completely done. Then, on Kenta's way to Madoka's shop, the face hunters tell him that, they take Sagittario, because they're pussies. And, then they tell Kenta to get Jinga to go to Metal Tower, which is, you know, very original name for a tower. You know, most towers are made out of wood, so, you know, gotta make sure this is, I don't know. You know, I should actually play the game while I'm doing this. Anyways. Then, uh, you know, Kenta goes to the shop where Madoka and Jingo are already there and starts crying like a bitch about how his Beyblade was taken. You know, instead of just like calling the cops, because this is literally, stealing. But whatever. Common sense doesn't exist in 2000 shows. Anyways, for the 8th time. Kenta then tells Jingo and Madoka what the face hunters told him, and that's go to the metal tower, you know, so I can get Sagittaria back. Of course, only if he wins. Then obviously, Jenga goes, despite the warnings about how Pegasus isn't fully worked on, and if anything goes wrong, it could lead to serious damages that might be unrepairable, even though it's just plastic, rubber, and metal, you know, whatever. So then Jinga goes to Metal Tower and then meets Kiyoya Tatagami for the 2nd time, I believe, and obviously accepts his challenge. You know. Great heavens. He accepts his challenge and then realizes that he was just counterpicked to, like, by far, because Kiyoya did his research and realized that if he just went to somewhere that's windy, his power goes up in scale tenfold. So, you know, with his already pretty good abilities, he makes short work of Jingo in the beginning. Hey, oh, come on, man. I was trying to run away. Whatever. Kiyoya makes short work of him in the beginning, but then after his goofy-ass scarf falls off of his neck, and he realizes, hey, if I get launched into the air, I can use Star Blast attack and hit, what's it called, Leon at its weakest point. So he goes ahead, you know, he gets sent into the air, and then Kiyoya proclaims that he has won, even though Pegasus hasn't landed yet. Get fucked. Anyways, Pegasus then has that little thing that Beyblades like to do when their owner looks at them, where they have that little anime glasses thing, a little shine, but this time it's in the air, so you already know battle's over. And then Pegasus comes down like a fucking meteor and hits Leon right on the face bowl, which is a Beyblade's weakest point in the show, and also technically is like that in real life, you know, because it's the closest area to the center, so extra damage is dealt, yada yada. And then Kyoya gets taught a very valuable lesson, believe in the blade of spirit, and then you just win every battle that you're in. He, of course, is in disbelief, and Kyoya also in disbelief, or not Kyoya. What's it called? Benkei, who is holding Sagittario captive, then drops Sagittario in absolute shock because up until now he has thought that Kyoya just couldn't lose. Which is kind of disappointing because, you know, Rock Leone isn't exactly a god tier Beyblade, whatever. Haha, I killed the Tic Tac guy. Anyways, he's under disbelief, and then Sagittario manages to roll off of the little ledge that they're on, and directly into fucking Jinga's clown shoe. And the episode basically ends. Madoka tells Jinga about how his Beyblade could have gotten its shit rocked if anything bad happened. To which Jinga boldly proclaims, yeah, but nothing bad did happen. Obviously, you know, because Pegasus, the horse that soared through the heavens, is also Jesus Christ. So yeah, that was what, episode 3? I think. And then the episode ends. Next episode, more focused on what's his name, Kyoya, and the Face Hunters, and how a new entity of existence, Doji, appears. His dumbass fucking yellow strand of hair. And, yeah, he tells Kyoya about how he ain't shit. And, he's not, you know, good at the almost entirely luck-based game of Beyblade. Anyways, Kyoya then challenges him to a battle. Or no, Doji challenges Kyoya to a battle, but at a special place that gives Kyoya an advantage, or at least what he thinks is an advantage. Of course, it's not really an advantage. Doji knows all about what's it called's ability. So he promptly gets fucked, and then it's like, oh my god, how did I lose? Ooh, you know? So then their agreement was when Kyoya lost, he would join the Dark Nebula organization, and also wouldn't be allowed to go have his amigos with him. So then Benkei gets really pent up because he's fucking gay for Kyoya. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know, whatever. And then like a month or so later, I don't know, Kiyoya is back. And he's stronger than ever because of the steroids that Doji and the Dark Nebula organization gave to him. After... Watch, that guy's gonna go fucking insane. Oh my god, I killed him. Hey, this guy has a golden crown too. Then Benkei gets all pent up about how Kiyoya hasn't returned, whatnot. So Doji appears out of nowhere, because he's like a ghost or some shit. And tells Benkei that if he wants Kiyoya to come back, all he has to do is beat Jinga himself. And then he's given Dark Bull, which, cool Beyblade in concept, except it's really just a weird defense type in reality. But whatever. Benkei then gets shitted on by his own spinning top, and promptly takes a few days or so to learn about it, you know. What does it do? And he realizes Beyblade has horns on the spin track. Which cool beans, you know? So he then goes to find Jinga, only to find out that and you know, Jinga gets challenged. He goes to the pier or whatever that shit is, and then gets scared by bananas. Actually happened. Very funny. Then eat drywall. That's funny. But anyways, he challenges Benkei. Benkei gets beat. And then, you know, after their battle gets so heated that, fuck. Alright, well first, after I'm done recapping the end of this episode, I think I'm gonna end recording. Probably go over the rest of Beyblade another time. Crazy. Anyways, Benkei loses after saving Jinga or Kenta, I don't fucking know who. Saving their life, and you know, episode ends. And yeah, I guess. And then Benkei realized, oh shit, he's not a bad guy. So yeah, that's the first like 5 episodes. thank you for watching, I think. Later. Damn, this has been on for 30 minutes.